name is Harkema, and I'm one of the co-founders of Campus Coloring. Campus Coloring is a product designed to relieve stress and enthrall the minds of college students and U of M lovers alike. Our coloring book features photos from around the U of M campus, including pictures of the Union, of the bookstore, and all of the historical significant buildings on campus.
The way that we came up with our product at Campus Coloring was we investigated some of the popular products on Pinterest and Amazon initially. One of the things that we found was that last year, four of the top 20 products sold on Amazon were adult coloring books. So we did a little further investigating. I sat down with one of my friends who loves using adult coloring books, and then we went over multiple prototypes, multiple pictures, and got some feedback. And that person eventually helped also model the products, which we used for social media advertising. There are multiple ways that we sold our coloring books. One of the most popular was by using a Facebook post in the Michigan class of 2017 Facebook group, which has over 11,000 members. We sold over 12 copies of coloring books just from one Facebook post alone. We also sold through face-to-face, recommendations by friends.
We had to make many pivots in our design process. I, as one of the main producers of the coloring books, didn't realize how time-consuming they would be, so I had to come up with a creative and quick way to make these coloring books. I also didn't realize how people would buy more than one at a time. So I would give my suppliers 5 to 10 coloring books thinking they'd be able to make 5 to 10 different sales with these coloring books, but in reality they'd only be able to make 2 or 3. So with that in mind, I was able to create a chevron print, zigzags up and down, that sold very quickly and were also easy for me to make. We also had different suggestions from people, including putting cute quotes at the bottom of the pages to make them more appealing, and also to do some obscene or college-related coloring books, which we did not do because of the requirements of this project. So shown in front of you right now is our business model canvas. We actually had to make some changes to our business model canvas along the way. Some of these changes included our price point. We tried moving our price point up to $4, but we didn't get any good response to this price. To sell more coloring books at a quicker rate, we went back down to $3, and that worked very well for us. We also had surprising customers that we weren't expecting. We expected a lot of sorority girls, but we actually surprisingly had U of M alumni buying these for their...
I'd like to now take you through our breakdown of sales. So we sold a bunch of them. We sold 49. We sold most of those at a price of $3, which we felt was sort of the best price to maximize revenue while still being able to sell as many as possible. But we did sell some at $4 and $5 as well. Our costs were pretty minimal. We had to pay a small dosage for yarn, cardboard, decoration, and scrap paper. But because we really didn't have high costs, a large percentage of our total revenue, $159, actually came out to profit, which was $146. So we had phenomenal margins. I'd like to now take you through the breakdown of labor. So Megan specifically specialized in the creation and design, manually making the covers and decorating them. And as you can see, she really ramped up her hours this past week to meet all the demand that we had for our coloring books. Greg specialized in sales and marketing, selling through Facebook, Venmo, and in person, and also played a critical role in getting feedback for our coloring books, and making sure that we had all the elements that people wanted. And I played a role in sales and marketing, especially making a bunch of sales this past week.
We had a varying amount of customer feedback. Most of it was positive, but in the initial stages of selling the coloring books, people who were experienced coloring book users didn't necessarily like the lack of black lines, the contrast that's accustomed to many high-selling coloring books, so we had to adjust that, but overall we had good feedback. We liked this project. We think the product did really well. We're currently dividing the assets amongst the 3 of us. We're debating whether or not we want to go forward with this venture, but the hardest part was producing, because our demand was at times higher than our ability to produce. So moving forward, we realized that the thing that would hold us back not necessarily is the lack of customers, but the lack of time on our individual part.